grind grain.
Я помню, как на батон. Я помню, как на батон. Только ручка такая.
Black lacquer and red lacquer vases and cups. The secret of making such clay work is lost. Now nobody can do it. It was not made in Norway. It was brought from mainland of Greece to here, and it was not for decoration. It was functional. For example, this big vase in the middle was where ancient Greeks dissolved water, wine with water, by half. They never drank wine on its own, straight, only dissolved it. Then there are cups from which they drank wine. Original fragment from a gymnasium wall. It depicts a student and a teacher of boxing. Teacher is teaching him how to box. When ancient Greeks had to go to sport competitions, they covered their bodies with olive. They were here at that time, then they moved.
So that
they
says
were nomadic tribes,
right.
they were moving.
And also very violent.
Yeah, very violent.
Schizosphere.
As much as Mongols.
Well, they must have been wonderful warriors to beat the
Yeah,
Mongols.
they were known for this. They lived in semi-pits.
Excellent horsemen.
Excellent.
Oh, we saw them at the circus.
Yeah. See, this reminds an Indian semi-pit, American Indian. They put them to a nunnery and married another wife. So, this is one of the best collections of coins, of ancient Greek coins in the world. This comes from Asia Minor, from the city of Kiziki. That's why they are called Kizikins. The metal is an alloy of gold and silver, and it's called Alextra. Electra alloy. This collection is number 2 in the world. Number 1 is in the British Museum in London. There are more coins. 5th, 6th century and beyond. And here you can see first Russian money called slitov. Slitov серебра. And you can see that it's big and difficult to carry and to handle. That's why they were sliced. Is to cut. So ruble is a piece cut off from the bigger one. So this is how the word ruble came into existence. Number 1 and number 2 are coins which were minted during the rule of Prince Vladimir 1,000 years ago. There are only 10 such coins surviving up to this day. And here, number 12, are first Russian kopecks, silver. Number 1 was 2 rupees. Zerny. Zern is grain. If you look at this very closely, you see it's made of tiny balls or grains of silver soldered together. And this piece here was made of 752 balls soldered together. Of course, this technique doesn't exist now. It takes too much time. These are bracelets. If you didn't know they are Asians, you might think they are modern, right?
Yeah. A lot of motorcycles with side carriers on it. This one's got cover over the side carrier on the top, but seems to be permanently attached. These don't break apart easily. Well done. That is a scientific research ship and a radar station that's come in here. We're at the port of Odessa. Potemkin is to my rear. Very streamlined ferry boats that go back and forth around the Odessa area, hydrofoils. See the hydrofoil planes on them. Very streamlined area in this very modern looking port of Odessa. And there in the distance are the Potemkin steps. It was formerly at the base of where the ships docked, and the docks, the steps were there just to welcome them up to the city, which is on the top of the rise there. One side was a hotel, and the other side was a museum or a library later on. It's got all kinds of food goods and massive humidity here. So there's some kind of beans, or wheat, whole wheat, I guess it is. Fantastic market here.
To the end of this tape, this is the saga of Steffi setting up her old man to be
I didn't set you
conned.
up.
You set me up.
I did not. I just wanted you to go smell it.
We, in the previous few seconds of that reel, you'll notice that there was a scene of a cheese market. Where I started to, where Steffi sent me, and Steffi came out of the cheese market and said, "Dad, you got to go in there and smell this cheese market." So I, like a dutiful father, went into the cheese market and started to film. And I think I filmed about 10-15 seconds of the cheese market, and was tapped on the shoulder and turned around, and a policeman in his best Russian was interrogating me without my understanding what he was talking about, until he pointed to the camera and made some kind of a comment about camera permission. And then he wanted my papers or passport, and I didn't have my passport, of course. So he said, "Come with me," and I proceeded to follow him in an arrested manner to the police station, where it was determined that I was not a murderer or a father raper or a mother raper or anything. And the police chief, after making sure that I had not stolen anything from the market, let me go. But that was the...
Expected your pockets from goat cheese?
I just don't think they wanted anybody filming there, or at least this young policeman who had two front steel teeth, a junior version of Jaws. I wish that if Steffi, she just said, if she had followed me or had seen me, she could have taken the camera and filmed my arrest. But she was with the other folks buying cherries.
Cherries.
What else did you buy?
That's it. Cherries. Nothing else looked appetizing.
You didn't buy chicken?
No, the chicken still had the heads and the bills and everything else.
Oh.
I said nope. And the apples looked horrible.
Oh, and I wanted to describe, we had I had a transaction in this very room at 1 o'clock or 1:45 with a guy we met on our tour this morning. Many people approach us on the bus when they see the tourist bus to exchange money. The official rate is $1 is 65 kopecks. So that's $1 is 0.65 of a ruble. And this guy offered me 6 to 1, which is like 10 times the exchange rate, 6 rubles for $1. And he also said he happened to be working for the opera company and was going on some kind of a tour. And my real interest was getting opera tickets for tonight, which we had been unable to secure last night or today. So based on that, I said, if you can get us opera tickets, we'll exchange money back at the room, because the opera tickets can go on sale until noon today, I think they said.
Mm-hmm.
So after lunch, I came up to the room about 12:30. A guy knocks on the door, comes in, and we're both sort of nervous with this transaction of illegal exchange going on. And
We didn't expect this room.
no, and by the way, there's 2 taps up on the top of the ceiling there that Steffi and I are convinced are wiretaps. They're listening to every word right now. Anyway, he not only gave us free tickets, they wanted, what, $16 a piece?
$16 a piece.
And $4 for transportation. So what would have cost us $32 in American money, he gave us as a gift. and a 7-to-1 exchange rate. So I gave him $40